my best memory here, what I remember the most, probably revolves around football. When I played here, he might have been the oldest guy. I was probably the youngest guy. And so I was 17 when I started. And when I rolled in, one of my best friends on the team was Brian Gehrig, and he was one of the oldest guys on the team. He was 26 at the time. And so that was a good memory. That very first year we went to the Pepsi Sequoia Bowl. He was undefeated. I think we were 10-2 or 10-3 or something, and went and played COS versus COS, College of the Sequoias versus College of Siskiyou. And then the next year when we came in, I think we were 8-2, and then we kind of got the shaft and we didn't get a bowl game, and we were 8-2, and other teams were like 5-5 and went to bowl games. But coaches told us because nobody wanted to play us. So probably my best memory out on the field is we played Butte College here, and our coaching staff, Phil Moss, Dennis Roberts. I don't think that year Dan Hawkins was there. I think he had just left. But it was on a sophomore. We schemed up some things, and so had the opportunity. They said, hey, this play is going to happen, and this is what we want you to do. And sure enough, they ran that play, and I stepped in front of the guy and ran for, picked it off and ran 68 yards or something like that for a touchdown. So that's probably my best memory. So the other thing that stands out is, and I use this because I've coached football at the high school level and some of the flag football stuff, but I tell a lot of the high school kids this story, and I used it in my coaching philosophy. When I came in, I was going to be a quarterback. That's what I was in high school, and so I went to the first practice and we threw some passes. I was like, yeah, I probably compete. And then we went into the classroom. And so when we went in the classroom, they started talking about X, Y, Z and this and that and stick route. And I was like, I don't even know what they're talking about. This is like a whole different language. So quickly I switched over to defense, where I was a little bit more comfortable with what was going on. But when I moved back, I went to coach at the high school up there. And I vowed that when I was at the high school that I was going to make sure that none of the kids ever went through a program where they didn't understand what different coverages were, how the different routes were run, and that type of thing. So I coached with Parrish Cross, who also played football here. I think he played in 86, 87, somewhere in there. And we both said the same thing. No way that we're going to let kids go here and not know what's going on. I think the first year I coached, we sent like 3 kids up here to go play football, and those guys were able to step in. I think the safety there, he started right away, and we had a backer that went in that started right away too. So obviously, what I learned on the football field, I was able to go apply at the high school level and coaching there.
My favorite memory is probably the football team. Going 5-0. When I got here, I didn't know a soul. I was probably one of the older ones. Mike Carpini was the other one that was probably as old as I was, that was on the team. But we all hung together, and I think that 5-0 record here, we were just a hodgepodge of guys from all over the United States playing football together, and we go 5-0. And I think that sticks in my mind more than anything. And just the coaches that we had here were just super. I enjoyed all of them, They were teachers and instructors, but they also coached, and it was a great experience.